All right. I wanted to do this real quick, this Reddit thread. So this is in Reddit Chefs, our chefs. This was posted a month ago by a user F the Spider. And I just wanted to share this because this is a PSA to, in 2026, it's staggering to still read this, but it still happens. And so I just want to share this. Again, this is an anonymous post. It says, feeling like I F myself over. Quote, I stupidly left the job with a fairly comfortable salary, with nights and weekends off to go work under a pretty reputable chef at a high end establishment, and I'm starting to feel pretty stupid about it. The vibe in the new place is toxic. The two main chefs have these angry outbursts that seem to come out of nowhere, and then they act like you're a total rock star of an employee 5 minutes later. My schedule and start times are literally changing day by day. I've been spread out over so many different responsibilities and stations, I really haven't built any muscle memory. So each day is sort of a stress filled shit show of, sort of, knowing what I should be doing or how to do it. The pay is great, but I'm pretty miserable inside and outside of work. One of the most telling signs is a number two chef who definitely makes a point to act as if people's mistakes are an intentional act of personal sabotage against him. As his sous, he vents a lot of this towards me, which I'm used to from previous employers. But the animosity and vitriol he's constantly putting out there makes me think I'll turn into the same thing if I stay. I've started reaching back out to all my old contacts and blasting out resumes like crazy, even if it means taking a pay cut. It seems like these chefs are stuck in the 90s when the expectation was to give your entire life insanity to the job, and when they're wondering why our industry is so messed up and no one wants to work for these types of chefs anymore. If it was my first time fine dining gig, maybe I'd be more willing to keep giving my pound of flesh every day, but it also seems like it's their intention to make people as anxious and fearful for their jobs as possible. And to see them grow has been quite shocking. A lot going on there. And again, my PSA to chefs nowadays. This this is still common in 2026. This is the reality of the restaurant industry for so many. We hear it a lot from some people in Repertoire. I hear it from in my personal life. I think the thing is the the chasing of fine dining. Justin and I gave advice last week, and it was kind of along the same lines of, he's at this restaurant group, but they don't pay him, or they're not paying well, and they overuse him. This is another example that I think should be talked about. Is the idea of the different mood swings. Like you come in one day and everything's fine. 5 minutes later, everything's on fire. The inability to manage, the inability to lead. Times changing, day to day going wrong. It is this behavior, is this inability to lead, a lack of organization, a lack of skill in terms of how to manage a restaurant that is pushing people away from fine dining and pushing people out of restaurants. The inability to give consistent schedules, to show up with consistent leadership skills and tactics, to be able to talk to your team, to be able to coordinate, to be able to lead, to understand, to empathize, and to be able to be there as someone offering a job and making life easy. This is all a failure of these owners. And it's just a PSA to people in the food world, to owners, to management, to chefs. This kind of behavior, this kind of leadership, this kind of, people wondering every day if they're in the good standing or not, people not knowing when their schedule is or it changing all the time, not being reliable, being rewarded and then yelled at, being, put up on a pedestal and then shot down in the same day. This all is not working anymore, and people are not accepting it anymore. More and more and more, I see these stories of it's like, I really wanted to work in fine dining, or I really wanted to work for group XYZ, but the leadership and the culture were bad. And while the food is beautiful and the customer experience is great, the culture of that restaurant is awful. And it's actually tearing me down. It's making me question if I'm going to end up like this. It's making me fearful of the future I'm going to have in my career with my team, with my chefs and my cooks. And I just share this thread to say that, like, even in 2026, we need to continue to focus on building better restaurant cultures, better restaurant leadership. This is why I'm so, proud to work with Justin. Is he spends all this time working on systems, working on leadership, working on how to be better managers for people. And so to see these, I see these all the time on Reddit. This idea of, someone's gone into a restaurant, they've bought into the dream, the goal, this idea of beautiful food and amazing artistry and great guest experiences, all to find that the chefs are terrible leaders. They don't know how to manage their restaurants. They don't understand how to manage their people. And they cannot even simply give a consistent work schedule to their employees. That should be the simplest thing when you're a restaurant owner, to be able to just show up and have employees that work for you, that you care for, that you pay, to give them consistency, to give them dependability, to give them that same through line of working and being able to show up to work and do their job and go home. It is this holier than thou, I am the best chef, ego trip stuff that pushes people out of restaurants. And in 2026, it's not going to fly even more. People are tired. They can't afford as much. The life is hard. Things are stressful in the world. Not every job is going to obviously be like, you know, stress free. Like kitchens are never going to be that way. And I feel like that's the defense sometimes. Well, kitchens are a stressful place, so we can't make them better. But when you have ownership and leadership not willing to manage people, not willing to give them, you know, consistent working environments, consistent environments for growth, for praise, for engaging and understanding the product. When you have an environment that's so against that, it's so hard to grow people in that space. It's so hard to keep them in restaurants. And it's no wonder why people leave. It's no wonder why people go on to different things. And the fact that this person went to go work under, quote unquote, reputable chef at a high end establishment and feels stupid because they gave up their nights and weekends off. And think about that. The chef decided they would leave a comfortable salary with their nights free and their weekends off because their passion led them to go work for someone that was deemed as great with cooking, that maybe would excel them to the next level. They were willing to make that self-sacrifice already. And just the arrogance, the hubris to have this idea, oh well, I am that good that you should do that and there's no expectation. And beyond that, we shouldn't schedule right or treat you right. Like, it's just why so many restaurants are broken right now. I don't say that so many, but a good amount still deal with this. And it's just like, it's just, and some of the advice is awful. You just need to be thick skinned and work for nutty chefs. It is what it is. The reason I say this is there was comments where it's like, you'll be working within a week and everything will just click. No, you've just acclimated to a shitty environment. It doesn't just click. So all that's to say is a PSA to chefs out there, to managers, to owners of restaurants that act like this. You're driving talent away. I doubt the person that owns this, the chef that owns this restaurant even knows decision making and the sacrifice and the commitment that this person made before joining. Giving up a comfortable life to go work for them, to be treated like that. So just a PSA to all. People that work for you really focused and cared and wanted to get to where you are. And if you're going to not give them that same respect, they're going to leave. And that is one of the biggest restaurants still. That was one of the biggest issues still facing restaurants in 2026.